Oh, good. It's working. Thank you, Chris. Hi, how are you? I'm Mel Robbins, and welcome to Mindset Reset. What is Mindset Reset? Well, it is a 30-day free training program where you learn how to change how you think so you can change your life. And it has been my privilege to be with you for this entire month as we have been learning all of the amazing science and tools and benefits of becoming a deliberate thinker and of taking on the life-changing task of reprogramming your default network in your brain. This entire program is not about fixing you. You're not broken. This program is about fixing the patterns in your mind that no longer work for you. And I'm really excited to have been on this journey with you. And today is the last live training of the entire program. And I know what many of you are thinking because you've been telling us. You've been thinking, uh-oh, I've been looking forward to this training every day. I'm getting so much out of this program every time I'm able to watch one of the videos or read the emails. What am I going to do now that I've started this mindset reset process and the live training is over? Well, guess what? It's not over. Because as I've said from the beginning of this, when we started it at the end of the year in 2018, what I said to you was that doing a mindset reset, it's not an event. It is a process. It is something that you practice. It is a skill that you're going to have for the rest of your life, and it's a skill that you're going to need to tap into in order to get the most out of your life, to be the happiest you, to not get triggered by the things that are going on in your life, to not get triggered by the people in your life that are around you, and to really squeeze everything that you can out of this one life that you have. Now, if this is the first Mindset Reset video you've ever watched, welcome. Don't worry about the fact that this is the end of the live training program because this program exists forever. You haven't missed out. You're not behind. There's no surprise test. There are just a month's worth of free videos for you to watch at your own pace. And they're all there for you on our YouTube channel in a playlist labeled Mindset Reset. Now, if you have not signed up, please go to melrobbins.com/mindset reset because you'll not only get a link to this playlist, but you will get a summary of the program, and you will also get all of the free downloads that came with the program. Everything from the guide around setting goals to an incredible PDF that we created for parents. Oh, it's right over here. Let me show it to you. I'm coming. The broadcast is not over. This incredible download that we created for parents, from worrying to winning, tools that help you help your kids reclaim their superpowers and beat anxiety. This sucker is a game changer right here. And we have even been hearing from licensed therapists around the United States who have been discovering this on their own, whose patients have been bringing it in, and who cannot believe that we are giving it away for free. It is so valuable. So what are we going to do today on our very last day? Well, number one, it's really important that you take a minute and you acknowledge yourself and you acknowledge what you learned by doing a mindset reset. So in the comments, what I want you to do is I want you to introduce yourself, tell me where you're watching from, and tell me what's the biggest thing that you learned from doing a mindset reset. It doesn't matter if this is the first video that you have watched or if you've watched all of the live trainings or if you've only seen some of them. What is the one thing that has really impacted you that you learned in this program? For me, I think that the one thing that impacted me the most, other than really embracing the idea of being a deliberate thinker, really embracing the idea that I can choose what I think about, and that when you realize that you can choose what you think about, and as we talked about in video 4, that instead of thinking this thing that's negative that you always think. You could choose to be deliberate and think that thing that is positive, that you do have control. I mean, that's a very, very empowering and game-changing way for you to live your life. And it'll change everything, because when you change how you think, you change your life. The other major thing that really had a profound effect on me was leading the training for Video 21, which was almost an hour-long training about kids and anxiety. And what I learned by researching that topic is that for a long time, I had been making every single mistake in the book, that I had been trying to fix my kids' momentary discomfort instead of pulling back and being more deliberate and helping them build the skill of facing uncertainty and moving forward and problem solving and seeing for themselves that they can survive. So why don't you tell us, what is the biggest thing, the most profound thing, could be something tiny that had a big impact on you, that really changed how you were thinking, that changed your sense of control, that quieted your anxiety. I mean, the stories have been phenomenal, and we're going to share a couple today in this last one. Hold on a second. When we start to get the comments rolling in. But so number one, when you're completing something, always, 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 always stop and acknowledge yourself for starting in the first place. Always acknowledge what you learned, what you're proud of yourself for. I'm so proud of you that you even took the time to invest in yourself. I know life is busy. I know you have a ton of stressors, but here's the thing. You took the time, which means you can take the time every single day to change your life for the better. You can take time every single day to focus on things that matter to you. You can take time every single day to redirect your thoughts to something empowering. You can take time every single day and leave your phone outside your bedroom so that when you do wake up in the morning, you got a chance to really take that brain space and use it for good, instead of allowing social media and the television and the nasty news cycle to come in and pollute your mind. These are all things that change your life for the better. Lisa writes, "Hi, I'm from Key West, watch all the trainings. The one thing that impacted me was my morning routine. Stop snoozing over a month. I get up and write in my 5-second journal, taking 30 minutes for me. Another major transition was the tools when I began to overthink or worry. I still do it, but it's shorter." Totally. You know, here's the other thing about a mindset reset. We're not turning you into somebody who's perfect. We're turning you into somebody who has perfected the ability to catch yourself when your thoughts start to go negative, and to switch into being deliberate so that you can become a problem solver. Because there are worrying, as you've learned in this course, that is productive. And that's the kind of worrying that propels you to take action to solve a problem. And then there's the worrying that's just destructive as hell, that keeps you trapped upstairs thinking poisonous stuff and feeling miserable. So when you catch yourself in the destructive kind of worrying, you now know that you have the power to switch gears and think something else. So it is such huge progress that you notice that you're worrying, but you're worrying in shorter amounts of time. That's amazing. And that's only going to get better and better the more you practice switching from thinking this to thinking that. Deirdre in North Dakota, "I'm more deliberate about what I do, and I stop myself and think before I get upset. And I tell myself this person is not worthy of stealing my joy. The other thing I do is I just do it when I'm spending time making excuses. I could have accomplished if I hadn't spent time making excuses." It's true, so true. Thank you for that. Annie Edens, she's a clinical psychologist. "I have recommended this to so many people. Watching from Charleston, South Carolina, I lost my job in October, the contract ended, and really needed to address my own negative self-talk about age discrimination. Turning 65 on Thursday, good to have the reminder to watch for unhelpful thinking to help maintain my career strategies I am exploring." Remember something about age. Age doesn't limit your options. Your thinking about your age does. Because you start to put yourself in a box based on how you think about your age. I'm not 65. So when I hear the word 65, you know what I think? Wow. Do you know how many people want somebody who is your experience level to help them with the next chapter of their life? Do you understand the amount of possibilities in working with people who are between the ages of 40 and 80? The part of the population that's exploding? Holy cow. That's incredible. And that's a generation, by the way, that's just starting to embrace therapy and see the benefits of it. How incredible for you. So yes, I love that you're using the tools from the course. Evelyn, have watched you from day one on Long Island. The aha moment is when you flip the switch on feeling stuck and explain that that means when you feel stuck, that it is a time for growth. That was a very, very, very powerful video. That was video 26. I'm looking here at my list of the video topics so I can kind of refer you to specific videos. But here's what's great about Mindset Reset. This program, this experience, it's here for you forever. So the videos are free. They're on Facebook. They're on YouTube. You can watch them at your leisure. You can go back and look at the playlist. All the titles are very clear. And you can watch something when you need a refresher or a little boost. And here's the other thing. I'm not going anywhere. Starting tomorrow, we're going to pick up our live broadcasts. We're going to try to do them in the morning. I call them Coffee Talk. Sometimes it's a training. Sometimes it's just me sharing what's going on in my life. I think tomorrow is going to be extremely emotional because I lost a woman that I love. I haven't seen her in a couple years. And, oh, I'm going to get really choked up. She had a pulmonary embolism last week. She's 49 years old. 2 awesome kids. And we basically raised our daughters together. And she moved away down to the Cape about 3 years ago, and I haven't seen her, but interestingly, she's been on my mind. And, you know, I've been using the tools because isn't it so tempting when you're grieving to start to beat yourself up? I don't know what that's about. I know it's normal, but I've been sitting here noticing for the last week that my thoughts constantly drift to how I feel like I could have been a better friend. I think about how huge her heart is and how more than any other person I know, this was a woman who was so about her kids and so about love and so about contributing in some way. I remember when she realized that none of the kids in our public elementary school had computers, and so she had a huge barn sale and got all these donations and created a laptop, or it was like an iPad or a laptop cart that was purchased based on these proceeds. And so my mind is just spinning and spinning and spinning. And because it's a habit and because it's a pattern and because it is part of my default network to believe that I'm not a good person, isn't it interesting that I'm noticing that in the process of grieving for this person that I love, and her funeral is in like an hour and a half, so it's been like a really weepy day, that I'm drifting to beating myself up. That I should have taken the time to call, that I should have checked in, that I did something wrong. That's a pattern. I know she loved me. She knows I loved her. And it's one that doesn't serve you. So you got to stop it. But I'm sharing this with you because there are going to be things in your life that really hurt and that are heartbreaking, and they're going to trigger you. And particularly when you lose people that you love, you're going to grieve. And that's normal, and it's natural, and it's part of life. And you can't control the fact that people that you love are going to die. But you can control in those moments whether or not you just be present to how much you loved this person you lost, or whether you spend the time beating yourself up. And so I've personally been using these tools when I notice that my thoughts are drifting to beating myself up or wondering, you know, if I was a good enough friend, and redirecting and reminding myself of all the amazing times and all the good stuff. Because you know what? That kind of destructive worrying, it actually robs me of being present from just feeling the emotion that I need to feel, having just lost somebody that I care about. You know, another way that I've been using all the tools in this course is It's so interesting. Our daughter applied for a foreign study program, and she was convinced she wasn't going to get it. She has a real habit of worrying and thinking worst case scenario. Convinced, convinced, convinced. And I remember having a conversation with her like 4 weeks ago, basically saying, look, you applied. You're going to find out in 4 weeks. This amount of time right here, you get to decide how you want to live it. We can't control what's going to happen with the decision. You've already turned in the application. But the next 4 weeks, you get to decide what kind of head you live in. Are you going to sit there and worry about whether or not you're getting in, or are you going to visualize that yes, 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 you are getting into the program in Spain. You are going to Spain this fall, and you're going to live for the next 4 weeks in a state that's positive, which is going to have a positive impact on your life. Now, here's the interesting thing. Let's take away the application. The decision comes in. When the decision comes in, that's when you can react, right? She happened to get in. But the cooler thing is that for the 4 weeks leading up to it, she kept redirecting herself to visualizing that she's getting in. You know, our daughter, Kendall, had a huge audition for a really, really competitive popular music program in California for college. And she's in the waiting period. She gets to decide. She's already had her audition. That's already done. She did an incredible job. Now it's out of her control. So how are you going to live for the next 4 weeks while you're waiting? You might as well visualize. You might as well let yourself be a positive person. You might as well let your mind be a positive place. Because the truth is that if you find out something disappointing 4 weeks from now, you're going to be disappointed, period. If you find out something exciting, you're going to be excited, period. Why blow the 4 weeks in between allowing yourself to feel disappointed when you don't even know yet? You see, that's the power of this program. And it's why I'm so proud that you took it and that you're taking this mental house that you live in and you're clearing it out and you are putting in things that make you feel better. Brandy from Indiana, I never realized how much I let worry and fear rule my life, but learning to redirect my thoughts has been a game changer. I've been more outgoing and happier now. Fabulous. And for those of you that are struggling, just keep working the program. This is a new skill. It's sort of like going to the gym. The first time you work out, it hurts like hell. Your muscles ache. Same thing's true with your brain. You're just building new muscles. Kari, hi everybody from Alberta, Canada. I've watched every single day. I've used every tool for myself, my kids, and my team. I was such a reactor. I yelled so much. Guilty as charged. Me too. Now my morning routines are magical. We all start our day on a bright note. Our boys' teachers have noticed a difference too. Well, you know why? It's because anger spreads, frustration spreads. If you have a morning that's rushed and stressed and behind the ball, your kids, of course, take that into their day, and so do you, which is why there's such a powerful connection between your morning routine and your mindset. And, you know, if you're curious about this, it's videos 6 through videos 12 where we cover the morning routine and the science of how to journal in the morning for the first 10 to 30 minutes so that you really leverage science to have the best mindset, mood, and focus all day long. And, you know, she was super cute. She said, it's all because of you, Mel. I want to say something to all of you. I love you. I really do. And I believe in your ability to change your life for the better. And I really, it fills my heart and it fills my team's heart to see the acknowledgments pouring in. And we completely accept the acknowledgement for what a difference this program has made. And it has been a collective effort. I'm the one on camera, but there's a whole team of people behind the scenes that are making this work. But I want you to know something. You need to keep the credit because you did the work. We may be sharing stories and tools and science and providing the daily motivation and inspiration and reminder that you got this. But you're the one doing the work in your real life. So don't ever give the credit to somebody else. Thank you for the acknowledgement. I love inspiring, empowering, loving, making you laugh, all that stuff. But you keep the credit, okay? Kayla, I realized very quickly that there was nothing wrong with me or with my life besides my thinking. I was the only thing standing in my way. It's really true. It's really true. The thing that stops you over and over are the excuses and the poison that's up here. And those are just patterns. That's all. They're patterns that no longer serve you, so let's break them apart and let's add in new patterns. How about that? I've lost 15 pounds in 2 weeks. I didn't drink during the week at all. I stopped eating fast food on lunch. I gave it 100% at all at work. My house is cleaner than it's probably ever been in a year, and my husband and I are working on strengthening our relationship. That is one hell of a month, and I'm so proud of you. And it only goes up from here. And here's the thing. What do you do when you fall off the mindset reset? When you notice you've had a really down couple days? You notice you're emotionally triggered like I am because I'm grieving for my friend Tracy that we lost here in our community. And it's going to happen. It's going to happen. So when you catch yourself feeling sad or mad or frustrated, or you get down on yourself because I just said something in a meeting that I'm not proud of because I was emotional and got a little triggered. I cleaned it up immediately, but it happens. It happens. You're human. All you're going to do is come back to the tools. Forgive yourself for whatever just happened. Find the message in the mess, and then move forward. Because you control what you think about. You can't control the things around you. You can't control the things that are happening, the good stuff, the bad stuff, all of it. But you can always choose how you respond. You can choose what you think about. You can choose whether or not you create anchor thoughts and use them. You can choose whether or not you draw boundaries with people. You can choose who you hang out with. You can choose whether or not you stay in that job that makes you miserable. You ultimately have the power to change your life, because when you change how you think, you will change your life. So again, I'm not going anywhere. I am going to be here every single morning. The materials are here for you forever. Just go to melrobbins.com/mindset reset. And remember, doing a mindset reset, it's not a one and done. It's not an event. It is a skill that you practice for the rest of your life. And it is a skill that will bring you so much happiness and so much peace and so much more productivity and motivation to go after the things that you dream about and that you deserve. I'm really excited to continue to talk to you. I'm here every single morning on the weekdays, mostly, depending upon travel, doing what we call coffee talk, which is just a quick behind the scenes. It's a little bit more informal than this. It's not as kind of programmed and structured. So I will be with you every morning. The second thing is you are going to be added, unless you don't want to, just unsubscribe. Once a week, we send out a newsletter called Take 5, where I write a letter to you, tell you a little bit about what's going on, and I talk about 5 things this week that have either been on my mind, viral videos that I loved, cool things that we're using that are making a difference in our life, interesting research, whatever it may be. Every week it's different. It's curated stuff just for you for free. I do it every week to stay connected and to share the things that I'm learning. And so you'll hear from me on Thursdays. And you can always unsubscribe. And if you love it, you can forward it to your friends so they can join our Take 5 community too. And let me think. I want to shout out Lena, who used to have anxiety every day, almost all day long. I used to have butterflies in my stomach almost all day long. I used to take anxiety meds. My anxiety was so bad. Today, I'm proud to say that I'm 30 days anxiety and panic attack free with a positive, reprogrammed brain. I'm amazed and so proud of myself. And she tries to thank me. It's all thanks to you. You did the work. And remember, worrying is a habit. And remember all of the stuff that we did starting on video 13 all the way through video 22. It's all about anxiety. So make sure if you have anxiety, you look at videos 13 through 22, because anxiety might come back. That's okay. Don't freak out. Don't throw everything you've learned out. Just start by redirecting your thoughts. Christina, I visualize every morning. I see myself trim, energetic, healthy, with a loving family. I go to bar class 4 to 5 times a week. I was also micro-exercising at home. I'm happy and confident. My husband doesn't quite know what to do with the new me, that he can't control me anymore, but that's his problem, not mine. That's amazing. Zora has ended a lifelong struggle with the snooze button. She's now jumping out of bed, getting to the gym, getting breakfast, slowly easing into her day. This has been absolutely incredible. I'm so proud of all of you, me and the whole team. So let me switch gears real quick, because I'm also proud to tell you that for the next couple weeks, we're going to be talking about a super cool project that we did with Audible called Take Control of Your Life. The entire project is about fear. It's about uncovering the fears that you have that are holding you back and understanding how to read the subconscious fears in your body when they start to get triggered, and identifying, just like we were talking about thinking patterns, identifying the behavior patterns that get triggered in you when you start to feel afraid. And so this is what's called an Audible original. We created it for our friends and partners at Audible. It is called Take Control of Your Life. And I think that there's probably information, if you want to know more, in the caption, wherever it is that you're watching this video. But you don't have to buy it because we're going to be talking about the takeaways from that program for the next couple weeks on our live broadcasts. So you're going to get the benefit of this remarkable 10-hour audiobook that has 6 coaching sessions in it, all about fear and how fear triggers certain physical habits. And so we're going to be deconstructing it for you here on our live broadcast. And I could not be more excited for you to learn all this amazingly cool stuff. So that's going on behind the scenes. I think that's about it. If you, please keep tagging us on social media. If you found the Mindset Reset program helpful, please forward the link to your friends. melrobbins.com/mindset reset. Starting today, anybody that signs up for it is going to get an email that summarizes the program and gives you links to the entire playlist so you can watch it on your own. This is such a powerful program that I really believe everybody on the planet should take it. And that's why it's out in the world for free. The other thing I want to tell you is that in case nobody else told you today, I want to be the one to tell you that I love you. And I believe in your ability to make your dreams come true, because I believe in your ability to do the small things, both in how you think and what you do, to inch your life forward in more powerful, healthier, and happier ways. To, as this new project with Audible says, take control of your life. And that's why I'm here every weekday with my team, to motivate, empower, and inspire you to live a little deeper, laugh a little louder, and to go after the things that you really want in your life. And when you like yourself a little bit better, and when you change how you think for the better, it all becomes so much sweeter. So I want to thank you for being a part of Mindset Reset. Pat yourself on the back. Please watch all these videos at your leisure. If you haven't signed up, go to melrobbins.com/mindset reset. If your friends need to take this, please forward them the information. And I will see you tomorrow in your inbox with Take 5. And I will also see you weekdays on our live Coffee Talk broadcasts. Thank you so much for being here. On behalf of my team and myself, from the bottom of our hearts, this is the most fulfilling work that we've ever done. And we appreciate the opportunity to make a difference in your life.